All right, we are finally rolling, bro. Let's go. I do not know why my chat isn't opening though. Baby, all right. Here, let me see if it's actually open. Okay. Let me test it out real quick. Brain, baby. I don't know why my chat isn't loading. It's so weird. That's kind of a problem. Wait, I'm just gonna reset my OBS real quick. All right, cool. We're live. All right, yeah, it's actually working. All right, sweet. All right, I think. Okay, honestly, before I implement any any skills, I actually want to fix how they display real quick on here, because I don't like that it says like split one. It's like together like this. And also, I'm pretty sure I need to actually fix something with skill purchasing, which is kind of an issue. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me switch my song real quick though. With my head cut off. What that? Boom. All right. Let's see. Let's open up the skill tree node. Okay, I need the skill depth, so I'm gonna have the skilling them. Skill category. Let's create a new function. Skill depth. Skill object. Number. You can never see mine. If not, skill enum dot is enum type skill. No, return. All right, cool. And then let me see how I calculated skill depth actually. What was it, interface or graph or something? Wait, actually, I think if I go to my skill purchase request, then I'm good. All right. That's just enum. And then I need to get the skill tree. Okay. Slash data slash skill trees. I don't know why that's erroring. Oh shoot. That's an issue. Bro, I don't want to make this its own module. I think I'm just gonna put this in the skill trees module, actually. Skill trees. I need to change this too. Bro, where could I put this? I do not want to make this into its own module. I guess we're gonna have to, because I don't want to copy the function over and over again. Skill depth. I don't know. This is kind of stupid, but it's whatever. Tree. What am I typing now? Data skill trees. All right, and then let's get the skill enum. I'm never sure. Let's get the categories. Category. Yeah, category. When I swear to Maserati. Okay, and let's move this. Actually, yeah. And then, boom. Enums, and then modules, const, or no, let's do return function. Returns a number, and let's get the skill object. Oh wait. There we go. Is enum type skill. All right, cool. And then return, and because that's not valid, close that. Get this. Category enum. I think I'll just slap that right in here. Yeah, it's just not. All right, cool. All right, cool. I also need to fix this function actually, but I'll do that later. And then skill tree node. All right, let's do this. I actually need to search up how do I remove stuff. When will this release? I do not know yet. Also, I don't know why my chat isn't showing that. But anyways, yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna release it yet. I'm trying to release it within like the next like 10 to 20 days because school's starting up for me soon. So, you know, by then I want to have it out in terms of an alpha test. However, for like its official release, not just an alpha test, I really don't know about that. Anyways, let's see. String remove numbers. All right, cool. %d. Okay, I'm just gonna make this. Put that down there. Function. Return question mark. Const skill name. G sub, I think. Wasn't it G sub? Yeah, okay. Okay. I really hope my stream isn't like out of sync or something, because I really don't know why that message did not send. Anyways. Okay. And then let's do return. Actually, I want like a Roman numeral type of thing. I think I'll just make it constant, I guess. Constants, const, numerals equals to, and then I guess this can just be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, boom, boom. I think this is correct numerals. I'm actually not too sure about this. Wait. Roman numerals 1 to 10. I actually don't know the rest. 1, 3, 5. Okay. It's not that bad. VII. VII. X. Did I have an extra one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. I did have an extra one. And then let's do const skill depth. And then you get the skill depth function. Alright, cool. Return skill name. Actually, I think I'm just gonna do a backslash concatenation thing. Skill name. Alright, I think that's good. Let's hope this doesn't error. Do I have my streaming on? I do not. Let me go back to that. Okay, that's not good. Okay, you know, it's kind of weird because like it works for power, but it doesn't work for speed or split, which is interesting, I guess. Let's see. Skill depth. Prints. Let's do. Well, let me just make sure that they actually gets the category because I'm scared that it's not. Let's also save that. And then I hate this thing. Yeah. Okay, it correctly grabs the category, which is weird. Print .name. Actually, let's do that. Click me. Boom. Split 2. Yo, what? How is it like failing? Wait. Print depth. Oh shit. I'm calculating something wrong. Wait, is this wrong? Print There it is. Oh wait, I need to get the whoopsie daisies. Dot first dot next dot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is better. So if depth doesn't there we go. All right, that should be proper. Look at that. Oh wait, shit, wait, no. That's actually false. Wait. Depth plus 1. Yeah, I think this is correct. All right, cool. Why is this not closing? Look at that. I know that is. All right, power 5, power 6, power 7, power 8, power 9, power 10. All right, yeah, okay, it's working. All right, yeah, this looks a lot better in my opinion, like genuinely. The other one was so like ugly. Okay. All right. Okay. What was that? Okay, so now that that's working, let me actually focus on the purchase request because this is not working before. I think it's because my skill depth function was incorrect actually. So I think I might be fine now. Because logic wise, I felt like there was nothing wrong with it. I'm going day by day. Wait, no. Combustible. I don't even have enough output, actually. Oh, yeah, it does work, actually. Power 1. And then... Okay. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't connect. I forgot about that. But, yeah, so I guess I need to fix that now, too. Let me give myself some skill points, though, because I want to see if I can actually buy it. Let's see. 2 and then 2. It's like let me clear the chat because it just has like a bunch of stuff from clear Twitch chat. Yeah. Click me. Alright, we're level 2. Okay, I cannot unlock combustible, which is kind of bad. You know I'm on. Do I even get to it? Down and up. Didn't give a fuck. Okay, so play. Gotta say a word to me. Yes, I can do anything. Like it's Magic Constantine. Was power 1. What's the one? Okay. If you don't man, ain't no man. He's really stupid, clueless. Bro, honestly, like so far, this skill tree has gotten like so nice. Like when I thought of how I was gonna make the skill tree, I was kind of worried that it was gonna be something boring, like in Slime RNG, where it's like, I don't know. I feel like every single skill tree kind of feels like the same, like because all of it's like predetermined and not like procedural like this. And I think it looks a lot better when it's procedural, like how it is here. Because everything else is kind of already mapped out, and which is kind of boring, and it makes everything feel the same. However, this is a little bit different, which I like. Let's see. I don't know. Send a hoe on the way, she like my phone. I really need to make it so that that thing doesn't pop up when I start up. You do that same thing and act like I'm alright with it. Bro, do I never get to that? Node equals skill tree known or... Wait, here. I need to visualize this shit. Concept equals requirement. Yeah, let me print the skill trees. Sif.array.map. It should congruent. Value. Yeah, node a parent at first. What's target category? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh man, yeah, I'll just print this too, because why not? I weed caps. I understand I did you wrong, but that's not all. I understand I did you wrong, but that's not all. What the fuck? Wait. Prince pickaxe goes. Why is that erroring? I'm confused. That I actually did not expect. Also, what is printing true? I'm confused. Oh, unscover. Okay. I can get rid of that. Oh wait, I forgot because it's a node. I'm stupid. Not that value. Okay. Power one, root. Okay. Here, wait. also want to print this. That on there. There we go. Something I think is really annoying about my skill tree is like whenever I like click somewhere, it kind of just like snaps to it, and it's like annoying to move around a little bit, and like in a way, I don't know, kind of annoying. But anyways, power 1 combustible. Time to English no name skill pictures 87. Okay, I should have. Bro, there's no way any of these are nil. How? If there's... You're right. Is this root or something? Oh, it probably is the root, actually. Yeah, it's root. Okay, that makes sense. Why is it only printing for that? Okay, that one I'm actually kind of lost on. Bro, it should not be breaking because it's not saying its own, is it? Bro, why is it not iterating through all of them? Like, I'm so confused. It should print all of them. Like what? I'm so confused. Here. I'm literally just gonna comment all this out and just say print node. Bro, it should not only be printing the first two. Like, I don't get that. I want to print out the pickaxe skills because I'm kind of confused by that. You know you gotta keep up different keys for different speeds. I don't know why I'm a noob, but that's whatever, I guess. Okay. Power 1. Yo, it literally like what? Here. If this only prints 2 again, I'm gonna fucking flip, bro. Because, like, I don't know why it was only printing 2 earlier. That doesn't make sense to me. Clear, power 1, combustible. Bro, why? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. It says 3. Okay. Let's see. Const node value. if node scale dot or scaling dot root, then continue end. Let's see. Skill category. Target category. Okay. Hopefully it reaches here. I don't know if it's going to be completely honest. It should though. Power. What? Interface 181. I'm confused by that. Wait, what? I think the request is actually going through now, so it actually detects that I own it. However, I don't not know. Here, let's clear this, and then let's remove this. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it did go through successfully actually. Okay. Now it's just something with cleaning up, I guess. Wait. Oh wait. If node category doesn't equal target category, then continue end. Alright, cool. I think that should also be correct, and it shouldn't fuck up, hopefully. And close that, Alright, so this should still error. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's actually clean up my graph properly. So I do not know why it's breaking and not connecting the lines. It's kind of weird to me. Let's see. Graph. And then I also need to get my interface, which is right here. Get rid of that. Alright, let's see. Graph 91. I'm guessing that's just a remove function. Okay. Skill update. I think honestly I'm not gonna do this and let's see if it fixes it. Hopefully it works. I mean, I didn't really put any thought into that. I just sort of did it. If it works, then it works. Okay. So that's still fucked up. I don't know why, but I mean, it works. Let's see. I think it has to do with my graph now, actually. Here, let me remove this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah. I feel like add missing nodes should fill in the rest, right? Let me see if it's breaking early here. I can't. Oops. Can't connect. Now let's see this. My room's actually hella cold. Let me turn off my fan. Alright, cool. Okay, that just did not do anything. Alright, so let's keep it there. Bro. Is it breaking here? Right. Already has node. I don't think it's gonna be this one, but I mean, just like, why not add the test case? Oh shit. Already has node. Has max ordinal. Tree is scale trees. Shit, I forgot how to end this thing. Category. Okay. Category. What is it? Combustible? Yeah. Already has node. Okay. Bro, honestly, it's so annoying working with like a cluttered area right here with chat and activity because I do not have a second monitor. But I guess it's fine. Can't really do much about it. Already has a node. Pass max ordinal. Why does it not connect, bro? That's like actually kind of annoying me. Oh wait. Honestly, I think I know I can fix it. I think I'm just gonna make it so that it always just breaks the next node whenever I remove a node, which might not be the best thing for performance, but I mean, it kind of works. Let's see. Let's hope this works. Oh shit. But you're right, I need to check if the depth is before it. I wish I had like a depth value on it. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get to the node class. Connections. Bro, how do I check for like previous? Let's see. Const other skill. Other node value. Why did it say velocity? Wait, how do I? Where do I store? Oh wait, it's stored in the ID. I forgot. And then let's see. Const skill. Oh wait. Const skill. Do I have skill category? Oh. Okay. Oh shit. Red skill. Other skill. Do I have skill depth here? No, I don't. Slash data slash skill depth. Okay. Is less than. Oh wait, no wait. I need to do greater than. Else if, yeah. With our node. Okay, so this removes anything further, and is it if it's the root? All right. Not my phone. Weave the caps. I understand I did you wrong, but that's not all. All right, let's hope this works. Oh shit. Attempt to index node with first. This shit might not have a. Yeah, make this because it could be the root node, so that does not have a skill tree. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it works. And I don't have any more skill points, so yeah. All right, cool. That's good. Click me. Bro, I hate that this thing is here. Okay. Alright, sweet, it works. I don't like how much it curves. Like it's cool and all, but it's gonna be annoying when I have like a bunch of other nodes from skills here. It's gonna get like really cluttered because they're just gonna interweave. So let's also fix that real quick. Boom. Okay. I have a function for skill depth, so let me just get that. And then let's test this. That's actually a lot worse, I think. Wait. Oh my fucking god, this stupid access thing. Man, I'm gonna put this in the bottom left corner. Okay. Why is that making it more dramatic? I'm confused. Actually, it's not. Okay, I also want to get the distance a little bit more. Let's do 120. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Okay, yeah, this is a lot better. I'm gonna spread out. See. Is main category equals to, let's just do this. Power dot speed and skill dot split. And let's actually just put this on some new lines. Doesn't equal nil. Take this, and then we do if is main category, then L6. Okay, that's better. Oh, that is not correct. Is this really like, what? How is it all nil? Print category. Speed. What? Here. Oh wait, because it's not. I'm still stupid actually. Oh wait. Do I have sift in here? Yeah, okay. Const set equals sift dot set. Got from bro, wait, why is it not popping up with the functions? Yeah, okay. And let's see that. All right, cool. There we go. Let's see how it looks like with here, wait. Oh, wait, actually no, I don't want to do this. I want to do if is main category then 0 else. Let's do math.py divided by 2, I think. Yeah. Let's swap these around just so I can visualize it. Is that what I was expecting? Or was it? There we go. Okay. Else math.py. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Now let's hit play and let's see how it looks like with the combustible. Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing? How's your day? I'm developing the skills right now for my game. Okay, that is not what I was expecting. Yeah, so right now I'm making a skill tree and it is functioning, but I'm just making sure that it actually like looks how I want it to look. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do not like that it went down like that. Why did it go there? Hey, what's up? How are you doing? How's your day? Let's see. Oh my god, I hate that it does that. See, I don't like that it goes all the way down there to the right. I want it to go up here. How can I do this? Hitman games, like, I mean, I know about them. However, I never actually played them, but they definitely do look cool to me, like for sure. Why do you ask? Are you making like a Roblox game on it or something? That looks a little bit better. Own story character targets. That's dope, bro. Isn't there like a in Hitman? What are the weapons? Guns, right? So like, are you making your own cool gun system and everything? That looks a lot better. Holy. Tell me your feelings and I'll find a way to make you mine. Okay. Yeah, it looks a lot better. All right, I think we're actually good now. I think I can start implementing the skills. But yeah, what do you have so far for the Hitman game? That sounds pretty cool. Modifiers. Oops, wrong thing. Only one gun many? Yeah. So far, like the only gun that I know in Hitman is like the little gun with the suppressor that sort of looks like the ghost from Valorant. Let's see, which one do I want to implement first? I think combustible is gonna be like probably the easiest one to implement, and also I actually have it on the coal staff, so I guess I'll just do that. Let's open up my damage packet. Oh no, wrong thing. In Hitman, what are like what's your objective and stuff like that? Like, are you trying to like is it like an extraction type thing? Main menu done. The briefing menu is functional and you can select your own suit, mission, starting location, and concealed weapon that you bring with you. That is dope. Holy. Yeah, I actually I have a Discord server. If you'd like, you can join it and you can send it in open source. I'd love to see it. Working on the rest, and that sounds really really fleshed out so far. That's great, bro. Are you working on it by yourself, or are you working with some other people? You know. Get damage, I think. Let's see. I don't know where I'm gonna put this in here. Damage packet present. How long have you been doing game dev? Do you have any other games on Roblox? Also, that's pretty dope to see someone else doing it in their free time. I love doing game dev myself. It's honestly so fun. It's definitely gonna be what I pursue in the future. This thing is like I love game dev. AI viewers streamboo.com. Okay, I'm gonna have to delete that. Sorry about that, gal. The in-game HUD also works displaying the targets and the exit show up. Also works displaying the targets. The exit show up when killing the target, and a bit of the guard AI works. So what are you doing in Hitman? Are you literally just only trying to kill someone? Is that it? You just only doing Hitman, or is it also like extracting something from a site? I've literally never played or like seen gameplay on the games. I've only seen like artwork. That's pretty cool. I think I know I'm gonna do this now. Get damage. Or I guess I could just hook it up to the new debounce packet. I think that would work, right? Because new bounce only gets generated once. Actually, no, I'm just gonna separate it. I don't like to couple that together. 10 man is not. Or kill a target in a specific way, and they're limited time targets. If you fail, you don't get a second chance. Okay, that's pretty cool. Are you gonna make it more like stylized to Roblox? Like, are you gonna have like silly type of kills, or are you gonna make it more like professional, like an actual like nice looking shooting like Hitman game? What are you going for? I think I spelled that right. I want to have serious kills, but also some silly ones. Yeah, I think that's like the best thing they can do if you're looking for a lot of players on your game, because it's Roblox. So like, you know, you're if you just have a serious looking game, I think you're gonna get a lot of views for a short duration because people are gonna be like, wow, this game looks awesome. However, for a long term, I feel like people are not looking for that, like serious looking, like high quality games. I mean, games like Frontlines, I feel like those have kind of like died off over time, even though they look amazing. It's just kind of a shame. Yeah. Damage. Yeah. Whoops. That makes it both. I've had. That's good. Yeah, Roblox. I don't know. Roblox is kind of annoying because you have to do so much just to try to keep some retention. I feel like it can be kind of hard because your audience is typically younger, so you need to have like a lot of different things. But I mean that's also for every game, you know. Mm-hmm. Damage registered. And then yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a module for like a bunch of different functions. Let's see. Deposits. If I were you, I would also add like limited time skins. If that's what you're talking about for like season time stuff. Uh, like I think that'd be yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if you added I mean, I don't know. This would be honestly kind of a pain in the ass to implement for guns because they can be so variadic. But I would try to add in your own type of gun maker, like how there is in a bunch of like other like first-person shooter games on Roblox and other platforms. I think, bro, players like absolutely love that shit when you can make your own item, and I personally love it too. I mean, I think it's the best thing ever. It makes games so much more fun when you can make your own items. Like mixing and matching stuff, geez, that's honestly so fun. I need to make it. So, what are you into when it comes to like game development? Like, are you more of a programmer or something? Yeah, I think that'd be so awesome, like getting to customize your game, your own gun in a Hitman game. Like, you know, and also I think it would make it so that like having like funny clips on your game would be easier. Because like imagine if like some YouTuber just makes a clip and it's like a really funny looking gun with like a big ass suppressor or something like that. Like it just there's more fun things that can summon from that. So I think it's a good opportunity if you were to make your own gun customizer. Uh, Yeah, if you're developing on your own, I don't think honestly, if you're developing on your own or even with the team, there's no shame in using AI, and also it's just a big time saver. Like I use AI not a lot because honestly I can find it annoying and hard to work with at times, but I use it to like work in parallel, and like if I'm half finished with something, I'll just let it finish the rest and I'll go move on to the next coding task. It just makes things a lot easier. Yeah, and like in a game with a story, you're definitely gonna want to focus on, you know, making the art and everything on your own instead of having to worry about the code. So I don't blame you for using AI. You know. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that can sometimes happen. I mean, like, well, how experienced are you with scripting? Because for me, I feel like that used to happen, but when I switched over to coding on VS Code and like having AI be able to read on my system files, I don't really run into that issue anymore. I feel like if you run into that issue, it's typically just because you don't have like the best scripting knowledge, so it's hard to articulate what you want to happen. You know what I mean? Like if you're having issues with prompting, I would recommend like, you know, figuring out like what you actually need first and like giving that to the AI. Because if you speak too generally, it can get confused. Like when I speak to it, I'll be like, "Hey, check this object here by indexing into whatever, whatever." You know what I mean? Like I don't want to speak in like in human terms. Mm, Oopsies. Pickaxe hit skills. Combustible. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, in it as well. Oopsies. You know I'm on. I'm fighting for your love, but that don't seem like what you want. Combustible Dalua. Yeah. Up and down, down and up. Skill categories. But the AI refuses like add the following thing to the script and give me the full new script. It gives me chunks of scripts I can actually do nothing with, or give me parts of it saying like, yeah, that is kind of annoying. Are you doing it on the web? Because if you do it on like, I'd recommend getting something like VS Code. Honestly, like I know it can be sort of a pain to set up if you don't have it, but having AI be able to see your entire like file tree is so much better. Like bro, prompting without it to me would be impossible. Like it would actually just be hell. So if I were you, I'd recommend getting this, even if you're not going to use it when scripting. I would get it just for the AI benefits of like prompting. Like it makes it so much easier to prompt. You know, just category. Actually, I'm just gonna call this category. Are you talking about my project or your project? Because honestly, I can see both. But like I know what you mean. Like when I was working on this, as I was coding, like if you go on my YouTube, you can see like some old shorts when I was doing near daily posts about updates on the game, and it's like my game suddenly went from this weird like base plate shitty like there's nothing there, and suddenly boom, I have like ore deposits, and yeah, I get what you mean in general, and like ore deposits and like pickaxes and like all this stuff. Like it's so cool. Like when all your code suddenly all at once like comes together, and then you have like this explosion of like an actual like game getting formed in front of your eyes, and then you sort of build up from there even more. And bro, something that I hate on TikTok was like I have a lot of lines of code, and people on TikTok would be like, bro, there's like nothing there, and I'm like, yeah, like in the future there's gonna be a lot there because my code is really reusable, and like it's gonna, I don't know, it takes time for your work to get to like show itself. $13K lines of boilerplate. Dude, do you want to see how much it is at right now? Honestly, it's gonna be a lot more. Here, wait, let me 13K lines of boilerplate code. Yeah, let me remove my packages real quick. Yeah. Yeah, they don't see the vision. Yeah, 17K lines of code. That's what I'm sitting at right now, which is quite a bit. I like I'm alright with it. I also need to pass in the pickaxe. Do I have that? I'm gonna type to find this is honey. Actually, wait, no, I can't do that. Bro, how am I gonna pass the data? I think. Yeah, I know. Like when I was thinking of making the video, like when I was making the shorts, I was like, bro, what is like some way that I can make my video less boring? Because it's kind of just like, here's what I did. And I realized like I think a good hook would just be like how many lines of code I added. And it like sort of worked, and people would comment on it. And I was expecting people to shit talk how many lines of code there were. Because I don't know, it's no matter how much lines of code you show, there's always gonna be one person that's like, oh my god, that's so much, or oh my god, that's so little, or like whatever, right? Okay, I think I'm just gonna pass the damage packet because I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna call that combustible right here. Packet. Classes. What was that pass? Oh wait, no. What the fuck? Deposits equals the entity. Alright, combustible, and then I think I can just get the pickaxe from here. Yeah, bro. I had the exact same problem when I was starting off programming. I have been scripting and like programming for the last 6 years. And whenever people hear that, they're like, wow, you must be absolutely fucking cracked. And like, you spent so much time to this. But honestly, I have not spent a lot of time with coding because so much times I would start a project, be like, wow, this is amazing. And then get immediately disheartened or like uninterested, and I'd stop and it lands in the archive and I basically did nothing, and then I get burnt out because for the first 2 days or first couple of days I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and I don't know, I just burn myself out, feel like it's way too much, and archive it. But this one I've been a lot more dedicated to. Like, I'm actually really excited to get this out. Code from archive projects I can. Yeah, that is a nice part about scripting. Like, honestly, I'm really happy about making this game because even when there's times that I'm like, man, I don't want to do this anymore, I know that, well, one, I already made a promise to myself that I'm going to finish it, so I need to finish it, right? Because I promised myself I would. And also because once I'm finished with this game, I know that I'm going to have so much code that I can reuse to make even better games in the future, which is going to be awesome. You know what I mean? Data.pickaxe. I should really define the data thing. Oh wait, it is. Why is it not type defined? Data. Wait. I feel like it should show me the types. Yeah, I think it's because I have the private thing here. Okay, it's, it's whatever. Alright, this is also an entity. Pickaxes. Yeah. Jesus Christ. How long have you been developing on Roblox? Like, how long have you been trying to do game dev? Oh wait, actually. Oopsies. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I'll just pass the pickaxe from here. I don't even need this. It's a lot better. Yeah, I use a class library. Bro, I just like it more than... Bro, I think writing out in med tables just looks like shit. Like, it looks ugly to me. Okay. Yeah, me too, me too. I started in like 2020 as well, or something like that. Damage registered, yeah, okay. Here, let me change this one. Idea instead of finishing this one, I make a prototype of the other. Yeah, because I don't know. It feels a lot better to just think about this really cool idea than actually like spend the months it's gonna take to make the original, like your first idea. So it can seem like it's much easier to just swap when in reality you're just wasting your time and you should stick to the first project. pickaxe. I don't think. I need to check the components for pickaxes because I don't think I just transferred over. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. ECS. You're my first Twitch follower. Pickaxe components. Let's see. Yeah, I don't transfer it over. Okay. I guess I'll just copy this shit over. I'm gonna leave this blank for now because I cannot work on that. Save. Close that. Close that. Close that. Head cut off. I didn't find out there's Bro, when I found out about ECS and Jex, oh my god, my life fucking changed. Working with ECS, I don't know why, but it just makes so much more sense in my brain than something like only object-oriented programming or only like, I don't know, functional programming. Like it just works for me. Like I can actually imagine things and like just come up with a plan and execute and it works. I'm doing it all with normal scripts, using local scripts, normal scripts. I know. Normal scripts are fine, but honestly, they're really messy. Like, I'd recommend using basically only modules and then having a module loader, because you're like, everything loads exactly how you know it's gonna load. And it makes it a lot more deterministic, and you're not gonna run into some weird error where one thing loads before another thing that's not supposed to load. But I mean, normal scripts are fine, I guess. Just make sure not to do it in the next project. Like I'd highly recommend learning a module loader and getting used to using only modules, because it's just way better to work with. Oh, I'm sure. Okay. Systems item. Is that yet? Setup or startup, whatever. So what other YouTubers do you like? Do you guys watch any other Twitch streamers that do Roblox development? I personally like Dirt Monster and shit. Usually not optimizing with what I currently have to try and keep it as random as possible. For example, instead of having code million checks, I'm going to use badges to determine the player has completed a mission or completed a challenge in that mission. Wait, really? People can delete badges? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Yeah, I actually just learned that just now from you. I did not know that you could delete a badge. Wait. Always delete badges. I did not know you could do that. I was gonna use badges for my game a lot. Can you really do this? I don't think you can. Okay, yeah, you can't. Yeah, because I was just like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Also, wait, can you? I genuinely don't know. Here, wait. No. Whoopsies. I did not know they could do this. I did not know that. Yeah, I was gonna use badges. Yo, thank God. Thank God that I did not. Because I was gonna use only badges for certain things. Not like everything, but like certain things in my game. Because, can I see like nice analytics on badges? I'm pretty sure that's a thing for Roblox games. I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure there's like analytics that come prepackaged with badges in your game. And you can see like who completes what. And I really like that because it makes it easier to see what's going on in your game and like if like what players are actually completing. I mean, like, are you saying like tutorials that are too like bombarded with like shit like, hey, go here, go here, go here? Because I get what you're saying, but like also onboarding is like the most important thing for your game. Like that could lose a lot of players if your onboarding is not good. You know what I'm saying? Bro, where the fuck do I store this thing? Equip pickaxes. Okay. Um. Return and. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Especially in like the Hitman game, like you're definitely I would not have that much navigating stuff. Like if you have like I would not make discrete signs at all. I would just let them explore how they want to explore. I think that'd be more fun. Dude, oh my god, I keep accidentally muting my audio. Component data dot owner. Uh, yeah. What the fuck did I just do? Okay. Uh. Yeah, like a lot of people only want to point out what they see as good in the game, and if they don't see anything that's good, then they don't really say anything, right? Which is kind of annoying. So, like the best advice I heard for situations like that is to just say, "Hey, what's the thing that you see in that game that like absolutely just sucks? Like, what's the worst thing that you see?" And like just like try to force them into answering your question because I don't know, people just don't like to be mean sometimes, and that can be really really bad if you're trying to get good feedback. Here's on the server. Okay. Yeah. Player dot components. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if people are yes mans for game dev, it's kind of different depending on what you're asking info for. But I feel like if people are yes mans for game developers, it can be really problematic, and you'll result in trying to fix things that don't need fixing or making changes that are not necessary and end up making your game worse, or just not making changes to things that do need changes. And that's why, like, in my Discord, whenever people like will send stuff and showcase or whatever, I try my best to be straightforward and say what I think is good and what I think is bad. I try not to be harsh, but I also try to be like straight up, like, hey, something looks bad or something looks whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I wish more people were like that, because it gets really, really annoying. All right, let's see. I'll move this up here. I think it looks nicer. The world. Yeah. But sometimes it's annoying, because like sometimes people won't even point out things that I feel like are just like the most obvious shit ever. Like, hey, yo, your VFX kind of like looks too bright, or like is oversaturated, or like, hey, this game mechanic is like pretty obviously shit, or like just like something like that. More of a stage. I'm not saying everyone should get a stage, but it's in this book. Oh yeah, I hate in hidden devs where I'm not able to share certain things and showcase certain things because I'm not level 5 in the Discord server or something like that. Like, yo, bro, just let me showcase when I want to fucking showcase, please, for the love of God. Yeah, I know it's for security, but bro, just get like, I don't know, get moderators. That's their job. Pickaxe component data. I actually need to go to Jack's documentation real quick. I forgot the format for just like a regular for loop. Okay, it's ID first. Yeah, and I think that talented devs on Roblox do get like a decent bit of attention. However, I feel bad for the Roblox developers who make like this midway point between something really, really cool and something that's like, you know, just like average, right? And I feel like they should be rewarded for it to some extent. However, they just get no one rewarding them at all, and just like they get no one appreciating their work. And I feel like those people can just feel like their work is getting put to shit and no one's actually appreciating it. Because it's not super cool, but it's not also average. It's sort of like in this weird gray area. Item entity. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Let me make a comment for anyone that joins. Let me just make sure that people can actually see this shit. Bathroom. All right, yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I feel like at sometimes like when you're developing, I feel like development can get really slow, and it's just like it's so demotivating. Especially like when I was starting out coding, if I like didn't know how to do something, Jesus Christ, that shit was the most demotivating thing ever because I would just be so stuck, and it would be absolute hell trying to get out, you know. Uh, all right. Um. Let me get rid of this. For OP on Roblox, yeah, OP on Roblox. Well, for me, when I'm doing it with my package, it's honestly kind of seamless. Like I just write it, and it's pretty nice. Class, constructor, destructor, public, whatever, and it works out really nicely. However, doing it with like meta tables for me was kind of confusing, and I couldn't set it up on the fly. Like it wasn't as intuitive, so that's annoying. However, if you use a package for it, it makes it much easier. And I personally like OOP a lot. Like object-oriented programming, when used lately, can be really, really good because the idea of just grouping stuff together into one variable or like one piece of data just makes sense. Like having objects makes sense. And I also like having like an abstract class and having a few classes inherit from that. Like I like having a little bit of a starter template for things. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty nice. Hmm. Yeah, I agree. Dot skills and set it to skills. Okay, I think we're updating now, and then I need to set it up initially when I load in that big X. Um, all right, cool. Skills are actually loaded up now. Also, I just realized I need to put modifiers here, but I'll do that in the future because I'm too lazy to set that up right now. All right, now I can finally actually have skills working. Close that, close that, close that, close that. And then pickaxe goes combustible. Okay. Slash. Yes. Let's see what I want to do. Okay. Whoa, what am I doing here? That's right. Yeah, pickaxe. I'm just gonna separate this actually. And I want to type define this real quick. No denom value. What game are you thinking about for me? It's just alright. I feel on the code today. You have to design levels, pick the right sound effects. Yeah, especially for solo development. Like, something that's annoying is like I'll be working really hard on a game and I go to my friends and I say, "Hey, look at this," and like my work for something that take me so long to think about and write out is just absolutely thrown in the garbage because they don't understand how much time it takes to create something for game dev because they sort of just take AAA games for granted and stuff like that, which is kind of annoying. But it's whatever. Bro, my friends are not. What's up, Rondell? How you doing? Thank you. You seem pretty cool too then. For underscore skill node. Let's see. Continue. I'm trying to tell a story of my work. Like, I have this target. How do I make the player feel like, yeah, they deserve this fully? I don't know. I mean, looks are everything, so I would make sure like the looks of your game are really really cool, and then a step down from that is making sure that the story is really nice because there's a lot of people that are really into the story side of games. And then lastly, I would just make sure that the game is fun, and then I think from there you're kind of green. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. What does his name get called with? Oh wait. I don't know. I keep looking at that. What do I want to call this? Extend pause. Okay. That should be enough data. I'm trying to tell you a story. Okay. Print hit combustible test. 2. Oh yeah, speedrunners, bro. Speedrunners will pop out of any fucking game for no reason. I don't know why. I also don't know why my game is not loading properly. Oh, look at my packages. But anyways, yeah, speedrunners will literally pop out of nowhere for your game, and it can pop up in literally any game community. When I like, if you know this YouTuber called Dirt Monster, he has like this tycoon game, and from that he managed to get like players to speedrun his tycoon, which I thought was really cool. And I've never seen that before, people speedrunning a tycoon. So after that, I realized, like, damn, people are gonna want to speedrun anything. Okay. Skill. Player data, get honor. I mean, it should have an honor. This shouldn't equal null either. Oh, I guess I need to. Okay, wait, actually, that makes sense. Let's hope that this works. So yeah, I get my thing first. Muzzle. Alright, exit. Bro, let me. Go. Yeah, what's up? Bro, I can barely read your username. Your daddy shrimp. What's up? Let's see. Okay, bro. I guess. Print. Dot name. I just want to make sure that it's actually doing this. Are you into game dev? Like, what do you do? Do you do any game dev yourself? Shrimp? Do you do any game dev? Okay, so it is working. Oh wait, I need to get the skill category. I'm stupid. Hoping I don't crash and burn down. You know, something that I'm surprised about is that my viewership is coming from Twitch instead of YouTube. I was really expecting me to get more viewers on YouTube than Twitch, because on Twitch it is like it's notoriously hard to get viewers on there. However, I guess Roblox Studio is kind of a really niche thing, so I'm not surprised, low-key. But I don't know, I think that's interesting. Let's see. Cons skill category. Wait, I want to check something. I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, sure. I'll hear a knock knock joke. Wait, I don't know why. Oh my god, my chat is not working. What the fuck? Yo. Yeah, not who's there. Also, yeah, I know I sort of only advertise my Twitch. I don't know. Who's there, Lychee? Yeah, wait, let me is there any way to like pop this out? Sensory homunculus who? Bro, I literally don't know how I'm gonna show this on my screen, because I like I don't know why my YouTube chat is not connected. That's really annoying. I guess I'm just gonna have to check it regularly. Okay, sensory homunculus. I guess. Yeah, it's honestly really annoying that this doesn't connect. But I guess I'll just check it every now and then, and we'll see. Okay, so now this should work. The thing also is, instead of trying to reset NPCs using code, I can just make the player rejoin instead of writing code to do so. Since it's glitchy, it's not making NPCs. Why would you need to reset NPCs in your thing? Like what's the thing that you're trying to solve? Okay, this upgraded, yeah, okay. So hopefully it outputs combustible. Alright, cool, it does. Alright, sweet. So now I have on-hit events for different skills. Sweet. Here, let me actually show something cool here so that it's a little bit more interesting visually. Or, yeah, this one looks cooler. To restart the mission, or else is a restart at any point. So are you just gonna like transfer them to a new server then? Or like, what do you mean by like rejoin? Because I feel like that'd be really, really annoying. Oh. Actually, yeah, ignition. How does a skill tree work? That's. I mean, okay. Well, what exactly do you want to know about it? Because that's kind of like that's too broad of a question for something like a skill tree. Like, what do you want to know about it? Because I could say a lot of different things. Like, I don't know. That's kind of a hard thing to say. All I know is lies. With you all up on the couch and my head between your thighs. Games. Oh wait, shit, I forgot. I need to check you through chat. That is really funny, Lychee man. Damn, I can't believe that. I'm definitely gonna need to fix this. That's honestly a shame that my YouTube chat disconnected. I don't know why I did that. Okay, like which part? Are you talking about the visuals or like how do I store stuff? Can I access search? Yeah, okay. RNG. Oh, also, if you want to know the name of this, because you're saying it looks really dynamic, it's called a force directed graph, and how you store stuff and how it works usually. Yeah, okay. So here, wait, let me go over this first. So it's called a force directed graph, and when I was thinking of how I want to actually make my skill tree, I was inspired by this tweet right here. And I mean, like, this shit was just like, this shit is so cool, right? And I was trying to like figure out what this thing is, and he was saying how force directed graph, right? So when I went to go make it, basically I went to my AI and I was like, hey, can you make me a force directed graph? Can you set it up for me? And he set up this prototype, and it was this, bro, it barely worked, but it did move the nodes around properly. So the physics here, I did not set up myself. I mean, I can go to them, however, I do not know exactly how it works. And yeah, so it sort of set up the physics and it kind of set up the visuals. However, I had to do a lot of tweaking for it. Like the lines here, they did not even work. Like they were all over the place and they did not actually connect to one another. So I had to fix that, and then I had to I changed a bunch of different things here, right? So yeah. How do I store stuff? Let's see. So for each item in my game, it'll have a, what's it called? So this is kind of weird naming convention, but there's these sort of like subtrees, which is just a linked list of like the roots of where a skill starts at, right? And then the leading skills that lead to the last one. So it goes from the root skill all the way to power 1, power 2, whatever, right? So this is how I store what goes after what. And then the way that I store what the player actually has, it's all stored inside each item. So for example, this is a pickaxe that you spawn in with, and it currently has no skills, and whenever any pickaxe loads in, it'll load in with let's see, integration data. It'll load in with these, right? So it loads in with these skills, which are just like root nodes, right? And then whenever I want to upgrade something, like I show the next two nodes. So I show what you can purchase, and then this question mark. So whenever the player clicks this, the server will do a check, and like it'll basically add on, and it'll just say like dot first goes to dot next, and then boom boom, and like this is how we sort it. So it's just like this node and this linked list, and like I don't know. So that's how I store it. And whenever it gets updated in my ECS system, it'll send a signal to the client, and when the client receives it in my interface, I handle that over what's it called, right here. When a skill update happen, basically I just check like whatever I need to remove, and I remove it, remove the new skill node, and I add missing nodes. I don't know, I'm really bad at explaining stuff. Also, this is just like really confusing, or really complicated, I mean. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of how it's sorted, how it spawns in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm bad at explaining. Sorry. I hadn't. Okay. Const orange. If orangey. Is I actually need to get the skill. I don't feel like importing the node class. I think I'm just gonna send through the skill. Alright, cool. And then we close that, close that. Okay, and then now we say, I mean, I just sort of want to test it, so let me make sure that this actually works. Collage. Bro, what didn't load? Oh shit. Wait, is this on? Oh wait, this is shared. Let's listen to server. Let's see. Pickaxe. Let me go to my damage tracker for the pickaxe again. Change this. I hope that the ternary statement works like this when it comes to this, because I need to make this shorter, but I think it might error if I do it like this. I don't know, we'll see. All right, play. No, it actually, let's, all right, cool. Data pickaxe skills. Let's upgrade my pickaxe. Click that, exit. Alright, let's see if, I mean, it's like a 1% chance of igniting, so, I mean, I should get this relatively fast. Ignition doesn't sound too hard to get. That's some errors I need to fix later, so, whoops. Okay, wait, let me test if it's actually even doing it. Print. Do warn true. False. Alright, cool. Oh, whoops. Damn, I really do need to fix this. Bro, I'm surprised I haven't gotten an ignition yet. Like, it's only a 1% chance, but like I've already hit like over 50 times. I expect it to have a one ignite already. So we're getting around the 100 mark, so I should get a hit soon. However, I mean, I guess we'll see. Bro, there is no way I have not gotten it yet. Okay, I need to print out this number. Const v equals. Here, let me print v again. And my studio is just actually tweaking. Okay. Purchase that, purchase that. Oh yeah, thank you for the subscriber, Jordan Millis. My what's it called? My YouTube chat does not show up in my multi-chat for some reason, and I do not know why. So I'm gonna try my best to check what you say, but just know that, okay? A little bit rough. How's your day going so far? Oh my god, wait, it's because of that. That makes a lot more sense. It was literally impossible. Close that. Okay. All right, a bunch of false. All right, I think it should be actually possible for me to get it now because now it's not including one, which is bad. But this feels so rare. Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna have to increase the chances. This is like actually absurd. I should definitely have gotten there by now. Alright, thank you. I actually really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it though, because like I was testing it earlier and it was working. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I was testing out YouTube chat earlier and it just like it was working, but now it's just not, which I did not realize until like in the middle of the stream, which is kind of bad. Okay, finally I got an ignition. I think I'm gonna increase these chances a little bit more. I'm gonna like double these or something. Actually, 3, 5, 8. That seems pretty fair. More. Yeah. Okay, that is an issue, but I'll deal with that later. I've been working on it for about like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. Miner hat thing. What do you mean by that? Ready? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I think it is decent progress. Honestly, I could have done a lot more, but I recently took this class at UMD, so University of Maryland, and that ate up my time like crazy, and I just could not really post videos or work on the game as much. However, I did try my best, and I did make a little things. See, bro, all my I'm sorry, but all my suggestions that I've gotten in the past have basically like all been forgotten now because I haven't been developing or like making YouTube videos nearly as much anymore. So some of the suggestions have kind of been lost in my brain. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. If you want to leave suggestions, I'd definitely recommend leaving it in the Discord because I'll definitely see it a lot more and like actually remember it. Okay. I think. Alright, I know how I'm gonna do fire damage. I think I'm just gonna make it like this recursive packet. Let me take this. Actually, I'm gonna copy from pickaxe because I think this is getting better. All right, let me save this. Okay. I also need to make a. I'll do that in a second. I'll do that now. Fire.lua. And I'll just copy this over. Fire debounce packet. And I'll work on this later. And then fire. I don't use Claude because I can't afford it. I use Codex whenever I get usage, and I mean, yeah, like, but I'm out of Codex messages, so I don't really use AI often because of that. I don't use like Codex or Claude often. However, I did recently get this thing called Blackbox, and I will use it sometimes. I don't like using AI a lot though, because yeah, $125, like I cannot afford that, right? So I just can't use it. But I will use Blackbox, and it's something free and pretty nice to use. I find it to like actually think through the problems well. However, like I was saying, I don't use it as often because working with AI can be kind of annoying, especially when it's a slower AI that thinks through things a lot longer to actually produce good output. Because in the time that it takes to think through things, I could already have it done by hand. So I'd rather just do something myself. So I really only use it if I want to work on tasks in parallel. So if I'm like halfway done with something, I'll just let it do the rest and I'll go work on something else. Or if I'm like doing the dishes and I'm like, I have my laptop downstairs, I'll like ask Blackbox to go do something for me while I go do chores and like do the dishes. So that's like when I use AI, but I don't use it a whole lot because it can be not as beneficial as some people may think for me. Bro, where do you work? I wish I had Claude, bro. Like, oh my god, it just looks so nice. I don't think I need this, and I don't think I need this, and yeah. Finance company in the UK. You're in the UK, or do you just work for them? That's pretty cool. How much do you do Roblox development yourself? Like what do you do on Roblox? Let's see. We just messing about for now, but I can't model it. But okay. How long have you been programming? I'm guessing quite a while if you work at a company. Let's do damage and duration. Oops. How did I go into this file? That's pretty cool. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just kind of curious. 26. Wow. Huh. Bro, whenever whenever I think about people that get into coding much later in life, it's so weird to me because I got into coding at a much younger age than a lot of other people. Like, I got into coding when I was 10. So it's kind of weird hearing people get into coding when they're like late in high school or like out of high school and like all this other stuff. Like, to me, it's just like so wild because I started really early in comparison to them. This, don't need this. Don't need this. I have ETF on. I got it done. It's all over. In the UK, like, how much do they promote like coding when you're in high school and stuff like that? Because for me, like, when I was in school, it got promoted quite a bit. Like, I was in the first like 5 years of school for me, so like kindergarten to like fourth grade in the US. And it got promoted quite a bit. Like, in the library, there'd be like code.org stuff. Literally zero. That's crazy. For me, like, there was so much promotion for coding and like software development, and yeah, that's kind of surprising. Do all of them need a damage source? I forget. So when you were in COVID, what'd you like? What'd you do? Like, what made you like programming? Was it also video games, or like what? What'd you start off with? Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Do what do you code at your job? Like, what do you do? Let's see. I need to put this on a new line, bro. Holy. So does that mean you do Jesus, sorry, I'm really lost because I've literally only done game development all my life. So do you do like front end development, or like what does that exactly mean? Like me personally, I have never worked on anything besides like basic like Roblox stuff, Godot. So you're a full stack developer? Oh, that's pretty cool. I never worked on like a website or anything because I don't know. To me, they just never kind of interested me. What's type used for? Really? I expected you to say front. Well, actually, no. Front end, I could imagine being kind of boring. Wait, for front end, isn't it like it's kind of an annoying process to make changes because you have to like confront a bunch of different people. That's what I've heard from like online memes about it. Fire. Dot fire. Oh my god, that sounds like hell. Yeah. Why do you like doing back end? Like for back end, do you do what do you even do? Do you like it because of optimizing or something, or like do you just like mess with a bunch of arrays, or like what are you doing? I'm just gonna move this for later because I'm trying to do that. Damage restored. Data.bigX origin. But APIs that pull customer data from Salesforce and insert it to the front end is just a lot cleaner and simpler work. Okay. What programming languages do you know? Jesus. That's it? Only C? Is that it? Oops. Bro, there's no way it's just C, right? Because, like, I feel like you'd have to know more languages than just C. Yeah, okay. C Sharp, TypeScript, Python, Java, etc. Okay. Me personally, I know Java, Python, Luau, obviously, JavaScript, Godot's language, if you know what Godot is for like game engines. Yeah, that's my knowledge. Oh, I also just started learning C++ a little bit, and that's kind of annoying. Hit detection. I'm just gonna copy this shit over because it's easier. Yeah, that's how it always sort of is. Like you learn, you just learn one or two, and then basically programming transfers over to like everything. Because I mean, there's not really anything confusing to do. Unless you, I would say, if you pick up one or two languages, you'll know everything except for the languages that enforce one paradigm. Because if you have something like, if you know Python, but you don't get into the object-oriented side of it, and then you try to learn Java, you're going to be kind of confused. It's not going to be as easy to pick up. Why keep working in profit is not guaranteed? Because it's worth to take a risk. I don't know. Also, I don't know. I just really want to complete this because even if I don't get any profit off of this, there's still this game as a game in my portfolio, and my portfolio is pretty much empty right now. So it would be really cool, and if I complete this game, it's gonna be much easier for me to get like hired by a team to work on a Roblox game. So that's why I'm doing it, and also because I want to make YouTube videos about Roblox game development and like all this other stuff. So that's why. Yeah, I will. Like when I actually have the game up and running, besides the players that I hope to transfer over from social media, I will run like Roblox ads, and that should help bring in some players and stuff like that. Um. That's such an interesting question. Why keep working if the profit is not guaranteed? I'm gonna shock that. All right, I see that. It's not expecting to see that. I wonder how it feels inside. I ain't got no hoes on me. My girl on me like a rosary. How am I supposed to? Let's see. No, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Debounce backend processing. I think I'm gonna have to do this in debounce backend processing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it on debounce processing. Okay. Damage register, do nothing. I mean, I do like I made all the models for my games, right? So far. So you have like these, right? These are like some pickaxes made from the parts that I modeled. However, I'm not like good or anything. Like I'm not like a professional modeler. So you know, yeah. I mean, my main skill is programming. However, when you're solo developing, you kind of need to know how to do everything. So, anyways, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. This needs to be entity. Thank you. I appreciate it. Squash not. Alright, we'll just start at 32, doesn't matter. I did not like this song. Will Blender via an MCP, but it can't even do it. Oh my god, bro. I think you're a little bit too reliant on AI if you're using Claude for Blender. That's kind of absurd. All right, how much is this? 32, 4, 8 to 11. I'm pretty sure that's 11 bytes. Jeez, I've never heard that before. Claude with Blender. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's see. Is there a sort of unpack thing? Yeah. Mechanics. Spawn time. Duration. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't think Claude, I mean, even though Fable is like cracked, I don't think Claude is going to be good at doing that because I don't imagine Anthropic's like training data is going to help at all with making Claude be good at doing modeling via an MCP to Blender. Like, I just don't feel like there's going to be much things to help with that on the data. All right, no events back. All right, let me get to close this introduction. Close this. Okay. Yeah, that sounds really messy. Have you ever done what's called I'm blinking. Any AI that's like specifically made for 3D modeling? Because honestly, I look at them and they don't seem too bad. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I've seen like I watched a lot of like Roblox development videos, and recently, you know, a lot of them have been getting like sponsors from AI companies, and the ones I've especially seen are like ones for art generation, so like models and stuff like that. And they honestly, they do not look bad. Like if you were to make a cash grab game out of them, like that would be acceptable. You know, they don't even seem that bad. Origin. Why did I play it when I know shit? Actually, I can just make this equal to data. Let's see. I'm gonna use structure. There's no way they're optimized. You spend time fixing it as you would making it yourself, and people do modeling for decent prices anyway. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I mean is like they're good enough. Like if you just like don't care as much for like the model quality, like the ones that I've seen, they typically make not crazy poly counts, so you could easily put them in the game. And I mean, it does sort of look like AI. You know, like the textures on it are kind of but if you were to make a cash grab game with it, no one would care. But yeah, honestly, if I was making a project and I needed models, I would just get a modeler or do it myself. Return. I think. I'm just gonna pass that through because that makes life 10 times easier. I gotta take the glass. I am gonna have to leave soon, guys, because I'm gonna get to the gym with some friends soon. However, we'll see how far I can get with this. Damage. Uh, 336, 448, 86. That's 214, I think. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. We'll find out later. Bro, I hate that my data is not getting like type inference. Like that's so annoying. Like I don't like that. Whenever I type self.data, it doesn't fill in the rest. I don't know why it's not doing that. But. Let's separate that. Durations, on. Cool. Alright, cool. Now I actually have that in the data. Let me put that here. The first argument. Yeah. Damaged. Deposit. Alright, I'll put it there. Cool. And then in the destructor, we can just add another damage packet, recurse that thing. Parts. Pickaxe origin. Oh wait. Fire debounce back class. I don't know why I put it. I don't know why I did that. I forgot to update the other damage packet. Even though a lot of people hate on it, I honestly kind of don't really like object-oriented programming. A lot of people say it gets messy, but when you're not doing crazy inheritance fucking trees, it's so nice. Holy. Let's see. I forgot to set time remaining. Bro, oh my god. I should really get better at Vim motions because this shit sucks. Like, I have it installed, but I just don't know how to use it, so I'm sort of stuck to this manual crappy stuff. Self.spawns arm. Self.duration. Wait, oh my god, I'm actually a fucking idiot. Wait, actually, no. Yeah, actually, I should copy that. Time remaining goes to 0.1. Constants. A fire tick time. Over here. Okay. Let's see. If what do I want to do? Where's that clock? Is greater than or equal to small data dot small one. Right. Duration. And then we're gonna want to spawn in a new image packet. And I just realized that. Bro, wait. Okay. Damage packet, fire. And then debounce packet, fire. And then let's do const get class zv dot get class. Okay. Um. I read this out wrong. Wait, am I tripping? Wait, no. How does it know? Oh wait, okay. That's all. And then let's do. Let's copy this over. Oops. Oops. Self dot. All right, now let's actually put this back into the thing. So let me get the script from hit detection, and then cool. I do not think I'm gonna need this. Yeah, no. I put this right here. Alright, cool. Self dot data dot image deposit. Alright, cool. If damage packets, components. Let's grab this. Okay. Equals to require replica storage dot ECS dot deposit dot components. List. Alright, cool. Now I have our components, and then let's see. Insert. Alright, cool. It sets it properly. I think this is fine. So I should probably recurse, and I can remove this. I actually do need a head type. Hit or hit type. Right. Is it just called hit? Okay. Fire. That's better. Okay. Alright, cool. And then do what is it? Damage deposit. Cool. I think this should recurse properly. Remove that. I'll probably do it. Okay, I need to quickly go to the damage VFX for deposits. Systems, deposits, clients. Where's my hit FX? Hit marker FX. There we go. Fire. Alright, cool. And then let me go into combustible. And let me actually add it. Oh, actually, I need it. I'll update it later. One. Remove that duration. Let's do RNG. Next number between. Let's do 2 and 3. Okay, so there is an issue with this that I just realized, but I just want to test it real quick, see if it works. I also forgot to look it up. Okay. Also, let me remove this real quick. Tool station. The interface is getting kind of annoying because it keeps showing up. There we go. Hit detection. Deposit components. Deposit component data. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to abstract this out into a function, but it's whatever for now. Okay, what's the issue? The audio ID type. Wait, what? Wait. But there's no way it knows that. Can it actually detect how I'm doing this? I'm like, because I feel like that's out of runtime. What's recursive? ECS, clear remote players, components. Combustible. Combustible. Residential jacket fire. What? I'm so confused what's getting called recursively here. I think I can remove this. PI set skills. Wait, I'm so lost here. What is this? Damage packets. Damage packets. What is this? Okay. Oh wait. I'm so lost, bro. What components, that data. Evans packet, fire. Oh my god, this is like literal hell. I don't know what the fuck to do. Pickaxe hit skills. Acquire fire damage packet. Oh, I see it. Okay. If I think I could like bypass it just by doing this. Require losses damage packet. Fire. Damage packet fire. Oh my god, okay. Wait, how did it not do it before? I think if I just take it out. Kind of annoying. Waiting here. Let me also just bypass this shit real quick. I'm just gonna abstract this out into a function anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's here for now. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I just want something to test, so. Power and combustible. Okay. I mean, fuck, I forgot that there's a chance that it spawns, so it's gonna take a little bit. That's whatever. Oh wait, did it just do it? I cannot tell if it's happening or not. Yeah, wait, let me just make it a guaranteed chance, because I cannot tell. Combustible. Let's just make it 100. 100. 100. That's whatever. Click me. Yeah, power and combustible. Oh my god. That's really annoying. I'm gonna need to fix that later. Okay. I need to print this out. Okay. Let's equip this. Okay. I'm surprised it's not doing anything. That's so weird. Okay, I think it's because it clears it before it actually. I think I should. I think I just need to send this to a signal and then make it actually apply in like the system, because right now it's like out of sync with the system. But for now I think that's fine. I'm like really close to actually making it do damage. However, I need to get going. So yeah, it's been grand, guys. It's been good. It's been good. But I'm gonna end stream now. It's about 3 hours in, so that's pretty good. It's pretty nice duration for the first stream. I'm really happy with the people that came by and started chatting. I think it was actually nice, and I'm gonna have to fix my chat tomorrow because I don't know why it's popping up with Twitch but not YouTube. But that's fine. I'll see you later though.